craft in content creation. Okay, got it. Sorry, there's a screen interruption. Yeah. So currently, I'm working with and in the hospitality industry, tourism and hospitality, and that's where my niche is. So that does not mean I haven't worked or I do not have experience working with other industries, but that's where I'm building my niche. In any business or in whatever you do, make sure you find a niche. You can be a jack of all trades, so find a niche to concentrate your craft. And for me, it's within the hospitality and tourism sector. And with the clients I work with, that's where most of their businesses lie. 2 years ago, I decided to quit my 9-to-5 to help entrepreneurs, small businesses, and individuals to maneuver the digital marketing, the digital space, basically, to market their businesses online, because not only is it the cheapest and most affordable way to reach wider audiences, just for any startup or for any small businesses, managing costs is key. So when it comes to marketing or trying to reach your audience, I normally advise most businesses to go the digital marketing route. So that's me in a nutshell. I'm a bubbly personality, and throughout the call, I made bubble on a lot. Again, during the Q&A session, in case anything is not clear, please let me know. So why Reels? Reels are so easy to create, and they're the most
As I think we just lost her. Give it 1 minute. She'll be back with us real quickly. Bear with us.
video sharing app now and less of a photo sharing app. And for that reason, they're fronting more video content, and that's why they've made the real layout when you're scrolling on your Instagram now. You no longer see the reel displayed in the 4:5 ratio. It's now a full screen ratio, just to make the user experience even better for video. So it's fronting more reels than photos or carousels, and for that reason, you'll see more video than photos or carousels on your Instagram. And that's why if you share content on Instagram, even for photos, it's best and advised that you share them as reels. Reels reach a wider audience, so that's another reason why they are powerful. Reels reach a wider audience than photos or carousel posts. So if you share any content, it's advisable that you share it with reels. Again, later on, I'm going to show you how you can even share a photo as a reel, and it will reach a wider audience. So besides it being fronted and given priority, Instagram also, if you realize stories expire after 24 hours unless you place them in a highlight, right? But with Reels, not only are you able to share it on the timeline, and it also maintaining its position in the Reels category, but you can be able to remark it and refer to it even after you've posted it, days after or weeks after, using call to actions. And again, as I'm going to explain as we go far along. So Reels are really powerful. They can help you exploit your product or service offering rather than bulking it up in like one post or like on a website blog or whatever. You're able to break down the functionality and in that way capture your target market. So again, Reels are really powerful. I'm going to share all this in a PowerPoint presentation. So in case I'm so fast or I'm mumbling on, don't worry, I'm going to share this. Moving on from the power of Reels, I'm just going to highlight exactly what you're going to get or benefit from attending this 1-hour masterclass on Reels, basics of creating Reels. One, I'm going to give you an introduction of Reels, which is what I've done. I'm going to show you how to create an Instagram Reel within Instagram. So by this, I mean creating a Reel from Instagram, not using any other editing application, but just within Instagram. Then I'm also going to show you how to create and share videos that you created using third-party applications like InShot, or that you just recorded with your camera, your phone camera, and you saved within your gallery, how you can then add those to Instagram as Reels. And lastly, I'll also share some extra tips on how to grow your Instagram Reels and how to capture a wider audience, like choosing the right music trends, choosing the right captions, call to actions, captioning, and things like that. So without further ado, let's jump into, I'm going to share a few snippets. And again, I'm going to explain to you what how to create the Instagram Reels using an actual Instagram interface. So just give me a second. Photos, yes. Okay.
Jozy, are you still here with us?
Sure. What is going on? Okay, so just before the network interrupted, I was just sharing with you my screen, and I'm just going to show you a few snippets from a few accounts, which are just showing you, just highlighting how Reels have a wider reach than posts or stories or carousels. So I'm just going to share something from my Masterclass. Yeah. So for instance, you can just see roughly from this reel that was shared, there's over 10,000 plays, 21 forwards. Yeah.
You can't see your screen. Yeah. Share your screen. Share your screen. We can't see. Yeah.
Can you see it now?
Not yet. Not yet.
And now?
Yes, we can actually see it. We can actually see it now.
Okay. Perfect. So you can see, for instance, from this screenshot that Reels get a wider reach. This is just a snippet from a page that I manage, and you can see that Reels have over 35,000 both followers and non-followers, and majorly it's non-followers, which is what you want because you want to reach a wider audience, not just the people that are following you. And of course, as you all know, when it comes to Instagram and Facebook, it's not that you're even reaching all the people that are following you. So you need to reach both followers and non-followers. For you to grow your audience, you need to reach non-followers. Normally, because of the audios used and audio trends, you will also attract audiences that may be outside of our location target. So that may be outside Uganda. And that's why in these insights, that's something we can cover in another masterclass. But that's why you may get like a 0.8 from other countries, but normally 90% is from your location. But as you can see, the content reach is majorly to the to Reels. So if I can just sharing something else.
You share again.
Okay. Is it? Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, we can actually see now.
Yeah. So even with this, you can see that with Reels, this Reel only, reach managed reach over 40,000 eyeballs. It has 126 shares. It has 87 shares. It has 10 comments and over 900 people liked organically. This is all organic and it's not paid, which is again the power of Reels. You'll be able, I'm going to later on when I'm giving the extra tips, I'll share how you can customize your content, whatever industry it is, to a trend, to an industry trend, or to a trend on Instagram. So moving on, I'm now going to go ahead and share with you my screen, a tutorial on how to actually record an Instagram reel from Instagram. So by this, I mean, you're going to use the Instagram app to record the reel, not a video that you've recorded with your camera off Instagram, but this is within Instagram. And then after that, I'm going to show you how to edit or add one that you've recorded outside of Instagram. And then you add it to Instagram as a reel. So just give me a second. Just give me a second. So first, this is just a screenshot. This is just a screenshot of the Instagram interface, yeah? The Reels interface once you open Instagram. I'm trying to share a video. Just give me a second. So, sorry, I'm just trying to share from scratch. So right from scratch, let me just pause that. For when you open the Instagram app and you're scrolling, this is how you start. So again, I'm starting from scratch. So if you want to create a reel, there are two places that you're going to start from. One is you look for the plus sign at the top of your.
Jozy,
sorry?
Your screen. Share your screen. Share your screen.
Oh wow, I thought it's shared. Give me a second. Screen share. Yep. And now?
Nothing yet.
Okay. And now, can you see it now?
Yeah, we can actually see it now.
You can see it now, yeah? Okay, perfect. So right when you open Instagram, there's two places on your page that you'll see. You'll see either a plus sign at the, sorry, this is fast. I need to minimize this. See a plus sign either at the top, yeah, or at the, sorry. Okay, yeah, that's much better, yeah. So you'll see that real sign at the bottom next to the shopping cart, the search and the home tab, or you see the plus sign at the top, yeah? So you'll either click the plus sign at the top or the real sign at the bottom next to the search. Either way, if your interface doesn't look like this, that means you haven't yet updated your Instagram app, and that means you just need to go to the App Store and update. So if it's updated, you'll find it in those two positions. And if you click the plus sign up, you'll see either you'll see the, sorry, this is a bit fast. Let me try to slow it down. So once you click any of those, you open up the Instagram Reels option, and immediately you're able to start recording. So either you're going to press the camera icon up the corner, yeah, and then it's going to immediately open up the Instagram Reels section. And if, for instance, you are watching Reels and you landed on a Reel you like with an audio you like, you can either save it. I'm going to show you how to do that later, how to save audios and which audios are best to save. And then you can immediately start recording, or you save the audio for later. And why you're seeing that suggested audio is because while I was watching that coffee reel, once I clicked on it, it immediately applied the audio, suggesting that I should use that audio. But if you're not interested, then you just ignore that. So immediately, this is the Instagram Reels interface. So just quickly, not quickly, but these are the basics of creating a reel. So there's the audio section, effects, length, speed, layout, timer, and alignment, which only appears after you start recording. So selecting audios. Normally, it's advised that you select the audio first because it's going to guide you on how you're going to record your reel. Let me just pause this fast let me just pause this here because I'm going to explain this section right here. Ignore the background because that was just, when the camera opened, that's what it was. But ignore the background, just focus on the functionalities that you're looking at the screen. So that's the audio, effects, length, speed, layout, timer, because this is all you need to create a reel within Instagram. So like I was saying, it's advisable that you have an audio saved, or you have an audio you have in mind before recording a video or before adding a video from your gallery. Why that is important? Because throughout my experience, I've realized that it's vital that you match your video movements or your video rhythm to the song. If the song and the video are in sync, if the song and the video make sense, that contributes or plays a part in the viewership and how far the algorithm will push your video, because then it makes it more interesting. If it's a coffee shop and you're pouring coffee and people are interacting, you can't put Lingala or you can't put Amapiano. If it's a video of people dancing, it's a night out, it's a bar, Amapiano may make sense. So my point is the audio has to actually make sense with the video. They have to align, they have to be in alignment. So, and for you to just quickly, while we're on audio, let me show you how to select or how to identify an audio, let's say a trending audio. When you're scrolling through your Instagram, when you're watching Reels, you notice that some some reels have an arrow at the bottom. Sorry. Some reels have an arrow at the bottom next to the song, yeah? Let me just show you quickly. For instance, this reel right now that I'm playing does not have an arrow at the bottom. So that sound is actually not trending, yeah? So for you to identify a trending sound, it has to be something that has an arrow at the bottom. I'm trying to find one. Anyway, we'll come along with it as we go through the video. So for instance, that's a video showing something else. So for instance, for you to save an audio for later, while you're watching reels, yeah, you click at the bottom where there's the music icon, yeah? You click at the bottom there, and once you click on it, it's going to take you to the audio details. So exactly there, right? So then you click save audio. When you save this audio, it's going to go in your music selection, your save music selection. I'm going to show you how to find that later when you're creating the reel. Where I'm saying this is important because then you can be able to pre-plan your reels. If you think it, not if you think, it actually is something that takes time. So if you, let's say, dedicate an hour or two to create reels, it helps if you already have your sound saved, and then you can even just go to these videos with these similar sounds for inspiration to see those, you visit those with the most views. Let's say that one with 460K views, 93K, 62K. You go visit them to see exactly what's special about them, but that's how you save an audio. I'm going to show you one. If this paper was a trending audio, it would have an arrow next to it, and I'm going to show you something like that. Yeah, so going back to creating the reel. So now we're on the interface, yeah? Oops, sorry. So still on the interface. So now with the audio, if you had saved, let's say, that audio, and you've saved a number of audios, right, that have inspired you. If you're in travel, you've saved the nature audios that you know you can use on a safari video, or it's a vacation getaway audio that matches, I don't know, views, ambience, relaxing, whatever. If it's a food video, something that says treat yourself, you deserve a treat, whatever it is. As you watch reels, save those. Once you save those, when you come to create reels and you click audio up there, which is the first function, once you click audio, you're going to get a drop down. Once you get this music drop down, you see there's saved, the saved category, right? Now import, this is a bit advanced. That's if you have your own sound. If it's not too advanced for you, this is where you can then add your own sound. But in this case, we're talking about just working within Instagram, which is the easiest and quickest way. So you go to saved, and once you go to saved, you're going to find all the sounds that you saved. If you don't choose that, then there's all these other sounds that are really not trending. So I don't advise that you use any of this, but you go to saved and you find all your saved audios. And you see all those arrows next to each of the audios. That's what I meant by identifying audios with that are trending. So audios that have these arrows are actually trending audios that have been used a lot. And you can see next to them, there's 343K, there's 64 reels, 55,000 reels. So it's advisable that you consider those that have 32K and above. That's what will be trending, or at least it will give your chance, your content a chance to trend, yeah? So you select any of those. In this case, randomly, I have selected call on me. Yeah. So once you've selected that, the audio is already, sorry, it's asking me to turn on face or hands because, hi, Alan, am I still clear? Can everyone hear me?
Yeah, you're very audible. You're smooth.
Perfect.
Please continue.
Cool. Yeah, so once you've selected the audio, there is no length here, which is the feature I'm going to show you again on the interface. But right now, Instagram has actually increased its length to, before the maximum video you could upload was 60 seconds, but now it's 90 seconds. So this is not showing here because this audio has already predetermined my length. And this audio is 1 minute and 13 seconds. So that means my video, sorry, is going to be that long, but it can also be shorter. It doesn't have to be longer than that. I mean, it doesn't have to be exactly 1 minute and 13 seconds. As you can see, call on me, seek, mix something. It can be less than that, but it also can be more than 1 minute, 13 seconds. And also, if you have long videos, you can look out for such audios that are trending and also long. Otherwise, if you have like a 1 minute video and you select that first audio, let's say over Nina, Valeria, whatever, and it's 8 seconds, but your video is 1 minute, it will get cut at the 8-second mark, yeah? Yeah, so that's it about audios. Just take note in case there's anything I haven't covered and you have questions about the audios. So next thing is, the next feature is filter, yeah? Then mark, you see that icon you see with glitter or something. So already I have some pre-saved filters, and that's why, so that's asking me to turn my face because I'd selected a face filter. It's a face filter, that's why it's asking me to turn on hands or face. But I already have saved filters, that's why they're appearing next there. But I advise, unless you use your recording like fashion or videos with your face, I advise that you actually don't use some of these filters. But I use this for purposes of tutorials, yeah? The tutorial. So let me go to the next video. So yeah, so I selected my video. Now I'm going to show you the next features using this video. There is the grid feature. Again, if you don't have any saved filters, this is what the filter section look like. Most of them are really outrageous. So again, I advise you don't have to use them. But for purposes of this, I use this sunshine film-like video. And that icon that has the number is for speed. So if you go times 2, times 3, times 4, you're making the video fast. So this can be used, let's say, it's more like a time lapse. For those who have iPhones, that's like a time lapse feature. So this makes the video quick. Let's say if you're doing a journey video or a road trip video and the car is moving, you arrive to your destination, or it's a cooking video and it's prep, or it's a fashion video and it's get ready with me, or it's a guest check-in video, and just something where you can quicken. You have to just select one of these multiples for you to make the video fast. The higher the number, the faster the video. So it can be times 2, times 3, times 4. And the opposite with the fractions. If you want it to slow down, then you use the half and the quarter, and yeah. But for purposes of this video, I just, again, so that I don't take up much of your time. The other function is the grids. This you rarely use unless you're trying to, let's say, compare, or you're trying to record 2 videos and you may be comparing product features. If you're trying to show 2 scenes happening at the same time, that's a feature that you can use, which is the grid, yeah? The grid layout. So you see, and then you can even change the grid. It can be a vertical grid, it can be a horizontal grid, it can be you can have 4 grids at the same time where you're showing 4 different videos at the same time. But again, that's something that I'm not going to really delve into because I don't want to make this really complicated for you. It's supposed to be the simplest way you can record Instagram Reels. So again, that's all features of grids. Then timer. So timer is for is a function that allows you to basically prepare yourself before you record a reel. Just make sure the lighting is good. Make sure if you've placed your camera on either a tripod or a stand, just to make sure you're in the right frame. To also, because immediately you place the phone down, it gives you time to then walk away from the camera to do something. Or if you want to start recording after preparing yourself, you just set a timer, and it can be either 3 seconds countdown or 10 seconds countdown. So it just gives you time to prepare yourself for the camera to be set while recording a reel within Instagram. So with that, after it counts down, it starts recording a video. So I was recording a video of my plants. I'm going to show you how it ends, but you see it does a countdown, 3, 2, 1, then it starts, yeah? Then I stopped. So for you to record one segment, just press the middle button where the sunshine is right now. If I hadn't added a filter, it would just be the Instagram icon, yeah? So you just click it once, it starts recording. When you're done, done with whatever it is that you want to record for that first segment, you click stop. I'm going to show you how to adjust the clips then for you to be able to only maintain what you want to appear in the reel. So then I put my plant for me to record the second section that I want. So I placed it. I just did this literally like a few minutes ago before I started this. So I placed it there, then I'm going to press. You see now a new feature that has appeared on the screen is the align feature, yeah? You've seen those rules where people transition seamlessly, like someone is either without makeup and in an instant they have makeup, or it can be an empty plate and then it transitions into something with a plate with food. That's where the alignment tool comes in. It makes transition seamless. It makes a video seamless, which again makes it more interesting and makes it look professional. Like, so again, I've set my timer. And then you're going to, when I click the align tool, so I put my second flower or plant or whatever. When I click the align tool, it's going to show me the previous frame, i.e. the first frame I took with just one plant here. So now I'm going to align my camera. I'm going to hold it in a way that I can see the first frame, the first plant, and then my second, the second plant. So that it looks like the second plant just appeared out of nowhere. Yeah? And then I click record once, it doesn't have to be 100%, but then I click, I record the second clip. And I put my third plant, I again click the alignment icon or function, and again, put my third clip. Then I stop. Now I go to edit. For you to edit, sorry, let me just go back a little. So at this point, you'll see either edit clip or next. So when you edit clip, when you press edit clip, you won't see all the individual clips that you've recorded, yeah? So at this point, you'll discard the one you didn't like. I press the dustbin button to delete the one you don't like. You'll adjust the clips accordingly from this. This is where the actual editing happens actually. So you just stretch those ends that you see at the beginning or the start. So you can either crop the beginning or the start, yeah, by dragging. So I deleted that first clip. I now want to make all the clips the same time. That it's like a seamless transition from how it started, empty space. So I'm all dragging them to be all 1 second, 1.6 seconds. The next clip, I go to the next clip, I do the same thing. I adjust it to when it's just one plant. But also, let me just pause this. As I drag this, I want you guys to note that I am trying to follow the audio. So the rhythm of the audio is call me, it stops, call me, call me. So I want the transitions to be at the point of the song where it's as if also transitioning, yeah? Because then it will make more visual, like it's all playing with our psychology, basically. It's all like psychological, like what you're watching, what you're hearing should all be in sync, if that makes sense. I really hope it makes sense. So I drag that to 1.6 as well, until all the 3 plants are there, yeah? So like started empty space, 1 plant, 2 plants, 3 plants. Well, this is not the most interesting thing, but again, I'm just showing you how to edit the clips here. Yeah, I hope that's clear. So just quickly to show you again the align tool, how it works. Oh no, this is explaining something else. Yeah, basically that's it. So for the features, I've covered the music, the filters, the speed. The speed is, that's where the number is. And for some, if you've they have, you know, we all have different versions, yeah, of Instagram. Some you'll see a 90 or 60 hour. That just shows the duration of the reel. Here it's not appearing there because I already had have an audio selected. But otherwise, if you're starting from scratch, let's say if you had pressed the camera, sorry, the reel feature at the bottom and not the plus up there, it will start with that. There's a figure in a circle, and that just shows the duration that you can choose. So you can either choose a 30-second reel, 60-second, or 90-second reel. Yeah. So moving forward, now that we edited our reel, yeah, I'm just going to show you how to add things like the text, how you add the text, how you add an additional filter to make it brighter or something like that. So with that, sorry. Just find. Delete that. Sorry, just give me a second. So yeah, the other feature you can add is, let me just share live from the Instagram app, because I noticed that I didn't actually record that part. Do not. So let's say I'm going to record a reel right now. I don't mind using this audio. Again, just for example's sake, start new video, apply suggested reel, done. So I'm going to So let's say I'm going to add that video next. One of the features, this, once you're done editing the clips, you've dragged, you've positioned, let me just edit this one, still loading. I just want to take you through this panel, yeah? Also, as you've noticed, it can even be one clip. Again, sorry, I'm jumping, but I just want to show you the feature of adding text to your, I want to explain this panel, the above panel, after you've created the reel and you're about to upload. So there is this, if you've seen text in people's reels, something like November recap, October recap, OOTD, outfit of the day, or breakfast inspiration, morning routine, where to travel, where to go, all this, you can easily add all those captions from here. So you just go to, just like how it's done in stories, you press where the numbers are, and in this case, I'm just going to put something like wine down, or Friday fun day or something. So after that, I'm going to explain 2 features in one. So are you seeing that yellow boundary that's appearing? Do not place your text, or if you have anything in the video that you want to be the key focus, make sure it's not falling within that boundary. Otherwise, it's not going to be viewed on the user interface. I.e., when someone is scrolling or when they're watching reels, they will not be able to see it. So when you're placing your text, just hold down on the text and you'll be able to drag it. So drag it until it's just within those lines, those boundary lines, yeah? So place it wherever you want, place it. I'm going to place mine. There, that yellow line just again, you see even up there, it tells you where not to go beyond, yeah? So pay attention to those lines when you're putting your text. So I'm going to put that down there. Just make sure it's straight and not tilted. I make sure that yellow line appears. So something like wind down, and then I'm even going to add like a little line that just focuses your attention on that wind down. Maybe something like, I don't know, something like that. Again, this is for demonstration purposes. Yeah, something like that. So that's how you add text to your video. I know you see fancy fonts and fancy all that. If it's not fonts that are Instagram options like this, then that's something that's been done outside the app. That would be another masterclass on pro editing, where you can then use other apps to edit these videos and add text and captions before you upload. I don't know why this is not loading, but yeah. This is also filters. In case you hadn't added a filter, you can be able to add the filter here. Some looks appropriate because it will make the wine pop. But again, I advise not to use these so much. They are really not that, yeah, they're not that cool. Then in case for people who have like want to explain their video, like, because sometimes you switch it up. Not every day you have to use those trending audios, because again, all these are just global trends. You may just want to explain if it's like a recipe, if it's an experience, if it's a product, if you're trying to explain product features and you have this salesperson that you know has the features, explains them well, or is very elaborate, or you even just want to do a product demonstration, then you can click this voice over and you record directly describing the video, whatever it will be placed. You can also edit it as well and stretch, but for purposes of this, for instance, I can say, well, my voice is not the best, but let's try this out. I can record something like, okay, this is not going to work because I'm using the microphone for Zoom already. But yeah, in case you want to record a voiceover, that's where that icon is what it's for. And in case you had not yet added music, or if you want to change music, you press that music icon up there. And when you press it, you are able to add this where you're saying Sleep Elliot Moss. You can edit, and now I can go change this audio in case I didn't like it. So I have quite a number of saved audios. So again, if I'm to consider trends and whatnot, maybe I can use vibe, or I don't have vibe sounds, but I'm just showing you how you can actually change the audio. So you can change it there. And if you're done your voiceover, you've had those videos where someone is talking, but there's some background music playing in the background. I mean, the person is describing whatever it is in the video. Oh, this morning I did this, whatnot. And in the background, there's a bit of like aesthetic music and whatnot. This is where you edit it. So if you had also added your voiceover, you just increase the volume of voiceover and reduce the volume of that song so that it's just in the background, but they play at the same time. Yeah, done. And then if you've used stories before, you know those filters that are on stories, yeah? Normally, Los Angeles makes something pop. So if you're dealing with like vegetation or something, sorry, I don't know why this didn't load, but let's try to change it. Let me try to put a shorter clip, maybe this. Okay, let's try. I don't know if it's my internet or, okay, great. Add. So again, if you want to edit, you say next, edit, Then you can go and maybe reduce this, cut this. In another class, maybe I'll show you just quickly. I'm going to go through, when we're going through the extra tips, how to record these videos, how to move the camera from one end to another. The other thing that I can maybe note is where I avoid using filters is they normally affect the video quality. So normally, I actually don't like to use filters. So as you can see, it's not so clear. Anyway, just come on there to just show you how to add text to the video and how to add a voiceover. And again, if you hadn't yet put an audio, you can put an audio and add a filter if you want to. If you even want to, you can add like emojis and GIFs, and you can search, let's say Friday or Friday. Thank God it's Friday, Friday. Yeah. You can put any of these and add them. Well, that's not really appropriate, but yeah. But again, try to keep it within the frame. She has one hand that's cut, maybe not. So if you want to delete something, you just drag it off the screen. Yeah, but yeah, if you want to add GIFs, you can do that. If you want to add a countdown, let's say countdown to 5 p.m. Where is countdown? Okay, maybe that's not here. Who's ready for Friday? You can add who's ready for Friday. Basically, just like in stories, you can add any of those features or functions. And if you had a voiceover, you can add captions. I don't know if you guys have seen those videos where someone's speech is being transcribed. This is where you add it. So if we had done a voiceover, then you'll be able to add captions. Yeah. So going back to our features. So I've explained, this was basically explaining the captions, not going beyond those boundaries. So when I mentioned that in the presentation I'm going to share, this is what I actually mean. So if you want your captions to be seen, they should not go beyond those lines, those guides. Great. So next is you've created your reel, you're going to share it. That's where we're going to start. From. So we've added our text. Plant mom is what I had added there. I added a filter, that's why it's extra bright. Next is we click. Sorry. I'm using my phone to explain this. So once you're done, you can you click preview, yeah? And when you click preview, then you click next. So now you're ready to post. And if you're not ready to post, you can save it to your drafts. That's what I'm going to show you next. Okay, this has skipped. So once you click next, yeah, it's going to ask you to add a cover. So either, sorry, this is a bit fast. So either you're going to scroll through the video, this will be what you'll be looking at after you've clicked next and you're ready to share. So you're going to either scroll and find a suitable, whatever makes you happy in the video, within the video, or you're going to go to the gallery and select an image option that you've pre-saved, pre-edited and everything. So if you, let's say, select this frame, yeah, because remember this reel is going to appear, if you want to, that is, it's going to appear both on your timeline and in the Instagram grid. Oh, it's 11:59, I have to hurry this up. Yeah, so once you've selected a certain part of your reel that you like, yeah, then you're going to go to the profile grid section so that you crop it to how you want it to be viewed on the Instagram, on your timeline, sorry. So in Reels, it's going to be a full image like this, yeah? But on your timeline, it's going to be a cropped image like that. So once you're on the profile grid section, you'll just drag this up and down, sideways, zoom in to whatever suits you as the cover image, because that's how it will appear. If you do not crop it to your preference, then when you post it on your timeline, you may find that plant mom only is the cover image, yeah? Or it's what is appearing on your timeline, sorry. While in Reels, the whole image will show, like, because it's portrait, but in on your profile grid, it will just choose whatever section it needs to. So that's why it's important for you to then go to profile grid. You see cover, then there's profile grid. You go to profile grid and select what you want. The other option is if you don't want a frame within the video, because normally timelines, you have like a certain preset you're following because you want all your videos and photos to look the same. It's better you add a photo from the gallery, a pre-edited and pre-saved photo. So you click camera roll. So I'm sorry, let's see if you're just seeing exactly what I'm saying. Add from camera roll, yes. So once you add from camera roll, you go select the photo you want and you drag. That's what I meant by you drag and position it as and how you want. That's a bit edited. That's why it doesn't look exactly like what the plant actually looks like, yeah. But so then you add your caption, plant mom, add an emoji or something. Captioning is something that I'm going to cover in the next masterclass if you're interested, but short, quick captions are better unless you have a call to action and you're explaining something more in detail, then you can add a long caption. So now when it comes to this, let me just explain this bit a bit more. So before you share your reels, you have the option again to share to feed, where you see that blue slider. And if you do not want the reel to appear on your timeline, your feed, you slide this, you turn this off. So it won't be blue, it won't be checked. Once you slide that off, it will only appear in the reels section. Because if you look at your account, you have your timeline that has everything. Then you have the reels or videos, then you have your saved or tagged content, yeah? So if you want this to appear on both your timeline and in the reel section, you have that selected. If you have people tagged, if let's say it's with friends and you want to tag them, you can tag them and they'll be able to see it. The product tag is for brands mostly, influencers. If this tag is really for e-commerce, it works best for e-commerce. If you have e-commerce, an e-commerce platform, or if you're able to tag a product where someone will directly tap on it and go buy. You can also add a message button. You can adding topics, something new, because Instagram is trying to do away with hashtags. Not do away with them completely, but they're going to become a bit less relevant. So they have introduced this feature that's add topics. So when you go in, you're able to add any topic that you want. Yeah, so sorry, that was just explaining like messages. You can send message to Instagram and someone will click that and it will automatically send a message to your DMs. Adding topics, this is what I meant. So adding hashtags. So it adds hashtags from your relating to this subject that you posted. In this case, plants and trees. If you had put, if it's a business, it's entrepreneurship, it's tips, if it's sports, if it's tourism related, hospitality, you add those tags. You can also add a location. Locations help. It's also part of the algorithm. That's how people in your area discover your content. So it's advisable that you always add a location if you want it to be more, if you want your content to reach a specific, it's something that just both helps the algorithm, yeah, or helps with your reach. Yeah, so this section is, if you want, let's say you're a brand, but you have 2 pages, or you've partnered with other brands on a campaign or to work on a product. If you want, for instance, influencers, if you want your reel to appear on someone else's timeline, you add a partnership label. So in this case, someone will receive, or the other account you've added will receive a notification to either accept to partner with you on this reel. In that case, they'll accept to be a part of the reel and it will automatically appear on the other account. Let me just give you an example of one of the accounts I handle. Yeah. So for instance, this account I just recently say handling shared this reel, yeah, and it added a partnership label, and you can see the same reel appearing on this account, yeah. It's the same exact reel, but it's appearing on two different accounts. So this is something that I just shared today, and you can see that you can see how it works, basically, how the branded content thing works, yeah. Yeah. So yeah, so you just search whoever you want to tag or partner with, and then they'll receive a notification and either accept to partner with you or decline. So request approval has been sent, and then that other person has to accept first before it appears. So yeah, I just wanted to explain that because it can save you time in terms of creating content. If let's say you have multiple pages and you want something to appear on all these, the same thing to appear on all these pages, because it's either the same product they all deal in, or it relates to the audiences, the different audiences. Yeah. Let's see. So once you've done editing your reel, yeah, you either want to post it there and then, or you want to save it for later. So in this case, once you're done editing, you've made all the changes to the you've added the cover photo, you've done all that, you can then either post it immediately or you save to drafts. Yeah, sorry, now that was uploading. Yeah, it's uploaded. I was waiting for it to upload. Sorry, that's a live timeline. Yeah, so that it's uploaded. If you didn't want it uploaded, you'll just have to save it to your drafts. When you're done editing, you just click save drafts instead of share now. Yeah. What else? What have I not covered? Yeah, that's it for basics of Instagram Reels. Let me just so just a few now, just to share a few okay, just to share a few extra tips that are not part of the in-screen experience, whatever it is that I was sharing. A few extra tips. If you've let's say recorded a video off Instagram and you want to share it as a reel or a photo as a reel. And actually lately it's advisable that you can even share a photo as a reel. I'm sure you've seen those trends where Instagram insisted we use they're pushing reels or something. So I'll share, here is a photo as a reel. So it's possible for you to actually just put a photo, add an audio and use it as a reel. So I'm just going to show you now how to add actually I did it with a wine, though it didn't load, but how to add a pre-recorded video of Instagram to Instagram as a reel. Yeah, just quickly, I had done it before, but let me just quickly show you. So what you do is, again, like I said, you press the Reels button. Honey. So I'm going to just use this first one again for purposes of this video. I'm just going to click this camera up here, or again, if you want, you can just click from there, story, reel, go add audio. I have saved audios already. That's why I said it's easy. It's easier for you if you have a saved audio, like it makes things faster. I'm just going to look for an audio with over 32K. I have this. Let me just use the first one, Sandman. And once you set done, just go to your gallery and select, let me use one of these. Let me use just one of these. I don't know if it's because I'm on a call, but it's not, because I'm trying to create this in real time. Yeah. But I hope you get the idea. But yeah, so you just go to your gallery and just add any video. Let's try a photo actually, since I've just said you can use a photo as a reel. You can add a photo and scale it.
Give me this
actually talking about, yeah.
You, Diana. Ngeri wenywesa kachai ngana akabuza.
Diana, I can hear you. Alan, help me mute Diana or someone. Yeah. So now that we're talking about getting something that's already in your gallery as a reel, it's important actually that I show you this now. Let me just get out of Instagram Reels. It's very, very important for you to scale. So Instagram Reels has a ratio of 9 to 15, yeah? That is 1080p by 920p. So it has to be in this portrait format here. This is just a picture I took today morning with my coffee. So it just has to be in this portrait format. So if you have something that's landscape, by landscape, I mean it's more, how can I explain it? It's not portrait, is you see how the position you hold your phone when you're texting, that's portrait. If you turn it the other way around, that's landscape, yeah? So Instagram is in portrait format. So videos and photos that you upload have to be in portrait format. And in case you have a photo and it's not in portrait format, here is how you can change it to portrait format. Unfortunately, I'm using iPhone, so I hope, but I'm sure Samsung has the same feature. So in your gallery, you open an image and just click edit. And once you click edit, look out for that crop feature. Once you click on the crop feature, it's going to bring up these features of the photo. You're going to see that grid-like box. Are you seeing that yellow orangish box up there in the top right corner? Yeah, so that frame, when you click on it, I'm praying to God that you guys can see what I'm talking about. The small square next to the pen tool. So once you click on it, it's going to bring up all the formats. So this is why you don't even need to cram that it has to be 1080 by 1920 ratio, a 9 to 16 ratio, not 9 to 15 actually. Yeah, so right now the photo is in free form, but which works because it's big enough to fit the reel and the reel cover. However, if just to be sure, you need to change it to 9 to 16, a portrait format. So that's, you see what I was talking about, landscape, that's landscape. If you upload a photo in landscape as a reel, it's going to appear with two big blocks above and below it, which won't be pleasant. And then you might wonder why your reel is not performing well, but it's because its format is wrong. It's not user-friendly. It's not how the Instagram app has created the viewer or user experience to be. So if you end up uploading your photo as a reel and it's appearing like this, it will have two big blocks up and down, which will not really be great to look at, and it also won't look good. So just change it to portrait format, just like that, and click done, and the photo will be saved to your gallery as a portrait image. Yeah. So going back to this, for instance, you see I didn't do this to this photo, but I'm trying to upload it as a reel. But if I just scale it, it's possible. If you want to, you can scale, but if I scale it, you can see it's cropping out something that I may want to be included, like the rest of the bottles, yeah? So what I'll quickly do is I'll go to my gallery and go to this photo, edit, crop tool, click the format tool, and then I have my portrait photo, yeah? And then none of the product is cut out. And just like that, I have my portrait photo. So when I go to Instagram, I'm going to just cancel this and upload the photo that I've just edited. Guys, sorry for the TMI, too much information in my gallery. But yeah, so just like that, now you see you don't have to scale because already the photo is fitted to this, to the Instagram reel format and size. So I say add, and if you want, you can add as many photos as you want so that then it's a carousel. Actually, let me edit clip and add, and then I show you one more feature, transitions. So let me say I'm going to add that photo as well. Let me also add another, let me add this as well. Again, ignore TMI, too much information, but yeah. Those are unedited photos, disclaimer. Yeah, so I'm just showing you a transition quickly. You see where there's edit clip? If you've added many photos or videos and you do not have all these fancy apps that people have to edit here, Instagram has a new feature called transitions. So now you can even add transitions in your video, in your reel, sorry. Where you see the plus signs, just click on the plus sign and you'll be able to add a transition just like that. Before any photo, it can be that, it can be that. The more seamless, the better. So for instance, this rotating thing wouldn't make sense unless, let's say, you have a clip of someone shaking a cocktail shaker and it rotates into him pouring the cocktail into a glass. So sometimes you have to create the movie in your head before you add these transitions. So let's say you add this, done, then you click to the next one, you can rotate into that or it can burst into that. Transitions just basically add some form of vavavoom, something interesting to the video, so that it's not just plain and boring. And yeah, so you add whatever pleases you, whatever again is visually nice and appealing. Yeah. So let's say we add that, and then yeah, so you say done. After that, if some of these are too long, you go reduce all clips. You've seen those reels where it's like pop, 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 pop. This is how you just go time it. Again, because I can't really hear the audio with this. Sorry. Let me see if I can hear the audio. It's because I'm using.
Guys, we just lost her, but she's coming back.
Sorry, I was trying to play the clip for you that I'd edited, but yeah, easily, that's how you edit a video from that's like a pre-recorded video or photos in Instagram Reels, as easy as that. Just go to the image or gallery icon in the corner and add all the photos and images. I've tried to summarize and cover as much. I hope I've helped, or whatever it is I've explained. I'm extremely wordy. That's why I actually chose not to share a presentation while going through this, because it would be confusing. So just the advanced other way you can create reels is if you use other tools of Instagram. So you can edit some of the easiest and free video editing options. There's InShot. I'm just going to share 3 because there are really quite many. Actually, let me share 5. My favorite go-to, where you add effects that make it look like a movie and make it look like a professional video, and even just save the like a higher quality or resolution, is InShot, the VN app, CapCut. There's BitLip and there's VideoLip. VideoLip has templates where you literally find already created reels and you just add your videos and just change highlights. That would be another in-depth class because there is quite a lot you can do with a video. Again, it's the content that's currently being pushed out because it's easy to consume, short entertain. It's easy for you to have a targeted purpose with video content. So something that's key to remember. Again, I keep saying I'm going to share a presentation with this all this so it's seamless, and then you get to know how all these features come into play. What's important and what you should keep in mind is having a goal for your reel before you promote, before you create it. Do you want to engage people? Do you want to educate people about a product or a service? Do you just want to entertain? This is where the dancing videos come in. But it's good to have a mix and balance with your reels and content, because your entertaining video is going to then draw an audience to your page that will then come check out your services or product that you offer. So balance it out, why it's not just selling reels, where all the reels have jewelry, juice, food, packages, flyers and all that. Try to balance it out where it's you have a good mix of entertaining and humanizing. Hope this thing doesn't go off again. I was just going to show you just a short. I just want to show you a clip of how you can humanize your brand, but still keep it within why you keep it within your brand. Sorry, that is okay. For the purpose of time, let me not just show you everything. But yeah, you can. Let's say it's if it's a restaurant, if it's a company, if it's everyone, because we all have staff and people we work with. Yeah, try to put a face to your brand. If it's product, like just try to humanize it, and that's how you can jump on trends. So I think now I'm in my extra tip section. So extra tip is how you can fit trends. One tip to fit trends to your brand, personalized trends. If let's say it's a trend for what's this song that everyone is dancing to? All these dancing trends that we have, get your staff to dance to those trends. Not just using the audios to fit to your product video or whatever, just get the staff to engage in it. If it's a trend about how people react to different things, I don't know, just watch out for, if you're on TikTok, not Instagram, but TikTok, and you're scrolling through and there's this one recurring audio that's being used or one video that people are doing, and that's another way to identify trends, not just the arrows. The arrows is just for Instagram. If you're on TikTok, because normally these audios are really, it's the same things. What's used on TikTok is normally later transferred. Actually, the trends normally start from TikTok and they move on to Instagram. So how to identify TikTok trends is, audio trends is, if something, people keep sharing the same thing over and over again. If you're scrolling on your timeline and you keep identifying this, that's one way. Also try to follow hashtags and pages within your industry, so then you know Instagram will push information or trends to you that you know, like for you to see that they know could be something that you could pick on or that you would be interested in. Another tip is, I've explained one, turning your photos into carousels. That will help you organically grow your page. Short captions, because again, when people are scrolling through reels, rarely does anyone go down to read the long captions. So if it's a reel, keep it short and sweet. For the captions, have a call to action in all your captions. If it's either, not all, some, okay, make sure this all, because some is really just for entertainment, yeah, for people to share, for it to go viral. Some of them do not always require. Again, goes back to my point of make sure you have a goal for each and every reel that you put out. Yeah. I think now we'll go into the Q&A section. I've realized this is going into 1.5 hours, but yeah, let me just stop right there and get any questions. If I've missed anything out, I would love to hear from you. Alan, maybe you can unmute, or should people put them in the comment section? What do you advise in the chat?
Can you hear me?
Yeah?
You can hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. So we have a few questions that are coming in.
Yeah.
Someone was actually asking, can I get my reels and use them as content on my TikTok without it having the Instagram branding?
Perfect. Okay. That's actually, thank you. That's something I missed out sharing, which I should. So yeah, you can definitely do that. So while creating your reel, let me share my screen so that I show you a live example. Right before you share it, save it, download it, but it's not that it's not going to download with an audio. It won't have the Instagram logo and watermarks, but it will not have the audio. So when you're sharing it, actually that's one of the advantages of creating content, Instagram Reels or even TikToks. You can save them and repurpose them, yeah? So just let me share my screen and create one right now. Problem is because I am using, for instance, this rule that we're creating, because of the fact that I'm using the micro, for instance, this rule that we created of the wine, you see this arrow that down, you guys can see my screen, right?
Yeah, we can see your screen.
Yeah, so you see that drop down arrow, that's why you download this. So when you click download, it says save without audio. So it's going to be saved to your gallery, but it's not going to have an audio. If you post it, if you share this next, either save to draft for later, again, remember, or share. So once you share it, and it's uploading. Oh crap, see, I'm uploading to a different page. Anyway, I'm going to delete this, but I just want to show you how you can then save, because normally people ask, how do you save without screen recording? So how you can save that reel is you go, but now this time it's going to have the audio, but it's also going to have the branded everything. So you just click on those 3 dots and click share. Either click share or you just directly say save to device. And in that way, it's going to save with the audio, but it's also going to have all the Instagram shenanigans. But you can also say share, and when you say share, again, it says save to camera roll. And that's how you, sorry, I have to quickly delete this. And that's how you save without an audio. Sorry, that's how you save for TikTok without the Instagram logo and everything. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I hope I answered her
think,
question.
Yeah, I think you did. You actually did. I'm seeing.
But I'll also include this in the presentation that I'll share for this, just so that it's noted saving.
Someone was asking, what third-party application would you recommend for creating reels? Huh? Yeah, what third-party applications?
So third-party applications I shared, I shared the easiest and most user-friendly. So it's InShot. There's so many. So for me, I've just picked my top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My top 5. InShot, VN, CapCut, Videolip, and Bitlip. Those 5. Videolip has templates already. You literally just have to, actually it's the easiest. You just literally just go drop in your photos and videos. It has music already, actually, if you don't want to use trends, but I advise to use these apps when you go to Instagram, because again, it's also trying to promote people to use Instagram more. It will front videos created within Instagram more than those created using third-party apps. However, if let's say you've used your own audio, then, I mean, you've edited in a third-party app, then use an Instagram trending reel, something like that, balance it out. But yeah, all these are easy. InShot has free features. Of course, they all have, like all apps, they're also trying to make money. They'll have premium features, but unless you want pro edit and maybe you're a content creator or you're a social media manager and have clients to do this for, then you can pay for the premium features. But if you're just doing again, first start from somewhere, and then once you're very familiar with the free features of these applications, then you can move on to the pro versions, because they'll always be fronting pro settings and pro functionalities and features in your face, but first try to use the basic features because they can really do the job as well. So I don't know if whoever has asked that is on the call, but it's one last time, InShot, and for anyone else, InShot, VN is just like a white, I don't know, should I show them like the logo, but I'm gonna put this in the presentation actually. I was going to share with you my screen and I show you the apps, but I'll just put it in the presentation, the different icons of these apps so that you download the correct app. Yeah. Anything else?
Guys, feel free to ask any questions. I'm seeing here how to save videos from Instagram, which we've just explained.
Yeah, I've explained that, but I will again, you see, Frida, yeah, Frida, I've explained that, and maybe for those who are already on the call, I don't want to repeat it, but I'm going to add it to the presentation so that you just the steps out. It will be direct. I'll be like, click this, click that, click this. Yeah. So I'll add a step-by-step guide for that to answer that. Yeah. Anything else? Any other questions? If we do not have any more questions, I would like to close the Q&A in the interest of time.
Yeah, sure thing. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I haven't really gone into the in-depth of like creating the video content off Instagram. Again, Instagram, the algorithm pushes videos that are more eye-catching, that are more entertaining, that are more engaging. In the first 3 seconds of every video counts or matters so much. So for you to captivate people, this can be either how you record your content, right from the camera movements or the video movements. Is it a still video? Depending again on what you're capturing. If you're capturing like a hotel or resort, the still, if you're getting like a wide angle, it needs to be still. If it's food, how you move your camera, how the captions you put right at the intro of the video. Some videos don't require captions in the videos, some do require captions. So I am going to do an in-depth video and a class on that, where I'm going to teach you how to use all these third-party applications, InShot, VN, Bitlips, and Videolip, CapCut. I'm going to do an in-depth video on how to edit videos in there, how to add effects, transitions that are more advanced, basically how to create a movie, a 60-second or 30-second movie, how to create a flow in your reels for it to make sense, how to caption videos and reels, how to create a content calendar, how to edit photos, because without using a professional camera, and I'm talking creating everything using your phone. 95% of the content I create and share on all the accounts I handle and businesses that I work with is using my phone. So you do not need any fancy equipment. You do not, if you have a small business, you're doing work for other people, even just content for yourself, you do not need a professional to do it. So I will be teaching you how to take photos, how to look at angles, depending on what it is, if it's food, if it's people, if it's a room, if it's architecture, the different aspects and tips you need to consider before taking any photo. I'll be taking you through how to edit those photos on using your phone. So different apps like Lightroom and InShot, and how to use all these apps to edit, Snapseed, because there's different apps for photos and different apps for videos. Yeah, I'll go into it in depth on how to edit these photos, how to caption them, and how to batch create content, because content creation is really a task. It's something that's really time consuming. But again, because the more content you put out, the more you have a chance to get more eyeballs, again, with a logarithm, because Instagram is an app that works with recent, like it's literally, what's the word? Sorry, the word is skipping my brain. It's not going to show people your post from 2 days ago, 3 days ago. No, you'll be forgotten 3 days ago. So you really need to create a top of mind awareness for your brand or for your service, product, whatever. You need to always find different ways to showcase your product functionality, your service functionality, break it down. And you can do that by appearing every once in a while. Just think of it as these shows we watch, or this series, or if it's not consistent of like every Monday, House of Dragons was airing, and you knew at that time you were going to find the new episode of. So that's it. That's how it is with content. So just learning how to work or play with frequency in sharing your content and things like that. I'm going to do an in-depth class. Sorry, after so much I feel like I lost my tongue. So I'm going to do an in-depth class on how to create and edit videos the pro version way, using a phone still, again, because we want to make it as seamless and as easy for you as possible. In a different class, if you've attended this masterclass, we're going to share with you. Thank you for, first of all, taking the time. Thank you for your time. It's been over an hour and 30 minutes, I believe. Thank you for the time. Thank you for taking your time. And because of that, we are going to offer you this course, Trendy Digital, in partnership with Fledge. We're going to offer you this class, this next in-depth masterclass, at a discounted price of 70,000, down from 150,000. So I'm going to share all the contents that will be in that class. Again, it's not just going to be the video editing, because this just covered Reels, but Reels is just 2% of content on shared on Instagram. And this will cover, whatever will be in this class will cover content that can go on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, variations, how you can be able to play around with the same content for the different platforms, how you can be able to personalize all like your content for all the different platforms and not just for Instagram Reels. Alan, hi. Oh wait, we have 2 questions in the group. Okay, no, Alan, that's you, yeah. So because some people maybe may have been on this call with an idea of the basis of creating Reels, but again, when it comes to digital marketing, Reels is just a tiny bit of Instagram marketing. You have to have your captions intact. So you may have the best Reel, you may have recorded, but some people don't even know how to move the camera or what angles to capture or how to edit a cover photo. So you find your timeline looks like a mess. Yet again, with Instagram, it's a visual app. So you need to create something that's visually pleasing for the user. And the more visually pleasing, the more clear, the more interesting your videos are, the more the algorithm pushes them up. For those someone asked what a logarithm means, that's just AI or artificial intelligence that these applications use to be able to create a user experience suitable for everyone who's using these applications, to deliver the best user experience. For instance, why when you log into Instagram, the only thing you're not seeing is ads, or you're just seeing a balanced mix of everything, a bit of what they want you, they think you may like to see based on your interests, based on what you normally like to see, based on the people you follow. And in that way, you won't only be seeing ads or product, you won't be seeing product ads only. So all these tips I will share, and also mainly how to grow your page organically. Yeah. Thank you, guys. Alan?
I just shared the link to Jozy's special offer for today. It's actually in the chat. You can actually get access to it. But Jozy, I just want to thank you. It has been really, really impactful, and I'm definitely the first person to actually sign up for that, because it's interesting. It's really, really interesting. Yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I mumble too much. I feel like I've said, I've shared so much, but I really just wanted to be as detailed as possible, so that when I share the presentation, it makes sense, because the presentation is going to really be brief. It's going to just be highlighting a bit of everything I've talked about, and for it to just have a golden thread, but it's not going to be in detail. So that's why it was important for me to exhaust my speech and explain as much as possible. And I believe everyone, I'm just, I don't know how possible it is, but if everyone who signed up for this class, if they have any questions after the class, they can reach out, because then it will help me cover anything or add anything in the presentation that I haven't added. Just like someone who asked about saving the reel, how that helped, so I can add anything else that I've left out. Yeah.
The support email, so they can get in touch.
Yeah. So guys, just check the chat for the support email. Have you put it in the chat?
Okay, so I think that's it. Friday.
Okay.
So
yeah. Okay. So yeah, it's Friday. Let's not take up people's Friday time. Thank you, everyone who has stayed till the end. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you've picked up something. I hope this was really this helped in one way or another. I really hope it did. I'll share the presentation with everyone who attended the call, and yeah, thank you.